Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. On this channel I do magic reviews, magic tutorials, deck reviews, and talk my experience in magic so far. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. In today's video, like I said in my last video, I will be doing my story in magic. So I've been doing magic for over 7 years now, probably around 7.5 years. How it all got started. So it started when me and my family went to Disneyland. It was me, my mom, my dad, both my brothers, and my sister. And while we were there, we went to, I believe in the Harry Potter part of the park, was a magic show. When we went to the magic show, and afterwards the magician was selling magic tricks. And my dad said he would buy me, both my brothers, and himself a magic trick. And he did. And so he bought himself a flame wallet and these sponge balls. He bought one of my brothers a Svengali deck. I'll talk about that in another video. The levitating card. And he got me delights. So we went back to the hotel room and we were all kind of messing with our props and messing with the gimmicks. And I was messing with the D-lights, my brothers were also using the D-lights, and me being interested in magic beforehand was very interested. So nothing really came upon anything at that point. The story really begins when we got back. So we got back from Disneyland, and I realized that my dad had opened the flame wallet and he used it, but he hadn't opened the sponge balls. So I said to him, if you do not open it and use it by the end of tomorrow, I'm going to go into your room and I'm going to take it. He was fine with that, and by the end of the next day, he had not used it or opened it, so I went into his room and I took it. It was at the end of the summer and we were going back to school. I went back to school a week later than my siblings, and for that week, I would watch the DVD over and over and practice the sponge ball tricks. And then I went out and I performed. I say went out, but I just performed it for my family. And they really liked it, and that kind of got me hooked, because it felt like they had the same feeling that I had when I first watched magic, which is just this amazement. And so I continued, and I got better and better, and I loved seeing people's reactions, so I continued. And so that's really where it started, and I progressively moved on from these sponge balls and coins to cards. And what came in the sponge ball set was, all it came with was a DVD and 4 sponge balls and this purse frame. And so I was in my room all day using these. I then moved on from the sponge balls and coin magic to card magic. This was about 3 years ago, maybe 4, because I was like, wow, every magician knows at least one card trick. So I was like, I need to learn a card trick. So I went on YouTube, and lo and behold, there were lots of different tricks. Less so tricks, but more moves. And then you can take those moves and put them into routines and tricks. And that's when my love for cards started, and that's what I was really just doing a lot of card magic, and that's what I've been doing ever since. And I liked the idea of cards, and I actually collect many cards, over 100 decks. If you want to check out my 100+ deck collection, it'll pop up at the end of the video. And so that's really how it started. And then I had to go back at one point to these sponge balls and coin magic and other magic with random things when my school put on a circus. So the school I was going to put on a circus every other year. I did not volunteer to do magic, but someone was like, Jaden should do magic. So I was like, okay. So I did the magic, and that kind of got me back into practicing. That's when I discovered that one of my friends is into magic, and someone the grade above me, so we were bonding over that also. And that's when I first had to continue to practice again. for that time that I wasn't, it was really that I was watching a lot of YouTube videos and not practicing as much. But now I always have a deck of cards in my hand and I'm always doing moves and stuff like that. Yeah, I was learning from a lot of YouTube, and I was also just watching magicians talk about different things similar to what I do. I'm actually going to make a video talking about my favorite magicians and magicians I think you guys should watch on YouTube that I personally watch or have watched. So that is my story. It will continue. I plan on doing magic for many, many years. If you have any more questions, leave it down in the comments and I will try to reply, or if there are enough questions, I might make a Q&A video answering some of the questions. But I will try and answer them if you comment them down below. So that is the video. Like I said before, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And I actually am going to make a magic